What piece of technology do you wish you could delete from existence? Social media. Specifically algorithmically driven content delivery meant to drive engagement, ease with friends and family. Things have spiraled out of control, fundamentally damaging society. With conspiracy theories and political extremism driven my engagement based on fear, hate and division. I believe this to be a bigger societal existential threat than nuclear arms. Social media. It has single-handedly destroyed human interactions. Gen Z can't even go outside without anxiety attacks and popping Xanax. Everyone had 10-sec attention spans. There's no caring or empathy towards others. It's all for the likes, clicks, and coolness. It's turned everyone into a wannabe influencer, aka douchebags. Probably deepfakes. I'm fine with AI in general, but deepfakes and sound sampling can really do some damage, even if they fall apart under scrutiny. Too many people won't bother to listen to anything else once they're full the damage already done. The internet. I'd then have it reinstated, but as a licensed platform similar to ham radio, so only those with the intelligence to use it sensibly and responsibly could use it. I'm expecting this to be a massively unpopular opinion, so downvote away. More of invention, but plastics. Pollution aside, our reliance on plastics has a lot of globalization to get out of control. Imagine a world where everything has to be made within a couple hours of you. The software scam companies used to spoof numbers and fool elderly people into thinking their neighbors are calling. I can't believe the telecom industry hasn't been regulated into fixing this. Satellites, then. That would also take care of cell phones and internet. To stones at once. Just don't go out to deserts alone, as we have no more GPS. And use maps. Social media. It is the worst thing to have ever happened to humanity. When everyone's opinions are weighted equally, no opinion matters and facts disappear. Hot take. But honestly, I have to say the internet. It's probably the best and worst thing to happen to the world, but I think we'd be happier without it. Smartphones. They have played a part in many accidents involving a distracted driver, and have been a mental factor in people seeking external validation. The debt tracking financial institutions and criminal records. I'd love to see the man try to get back on his feet without holding that shit over people. I'd love to delete autocorrect. It's like that well-meaning friend who constantly misunderstands you and then shouts your mistakes across the room. Definitely smartphones. I think they are a net negative on society. The internet is great, but it shouldn't be in our pockets, it's too much. IBC miss. We'd probably lose space travel, but nuclear threat would be almost non-existent as nukes would have to be dropped from planes. The printing press. I would love to have a job just copying books by hand all day. Technology put good people out of work. Weapons of mass destruction, specifically nuclear bombs, I guess, since some WND are not complex in nature necessarily. Unpopular opinion, individual cars. But that supposes unmaking the whole car-centric urbanism of the last 75 years. All forms of credit reporting. It's worse than a criminal record. They hold shit against you for way too long. All versions of it except medical equipment. It can be helpful, but far more often it results in bad outcomes. I'd say maybe it's the annoying automated phone systems that never seem to understand what you're saying. Controversial, but smartphones. I hate how addicted we all are. I'm very tempted to switch to an old phone. Classes. Forget racism. Let's hate people with pragmatism because they are a danger to everyone else. iPhones, not mobiles in general, but iPhones as man their fan base are cretinous for the most part. Military drones. If you feel the need to kill Simone, you should have to face the risk of death too. Sometimes I wonder what the world would be like if cell phones and social media never existed. I would like to remove autoplay videos. They constantly distract me and catch me off guard. I wish we could remove technologies that promote misinformation and division in society. iPhones. Life was so much simpler without them. Actually, the mobile phone in general. None. We should be grateful for every piece of technology we've been able to make. Mobile phone past 2009. I'd make it so technology couldn't evolve past there. Pleasure toes. Like, how am I supposed to compete with a 30 miles per hour spin cycle 3000 JavaScript so long as there is a better something to fill the void? I would like to get rid of annoying spam and robocalls. Why is no one making the obvious choice here? Firearms.